Du, du, du. Alrighty. Well, welcome to tonight's show. We're going to talk about how to survive the storms of retrograde, the energetic storms of retrograde. Um, so sorry haven't been on for a little bit, guys. I've been dealing with some personal stuff, some health issues. My dog got sick, and my wife got sick. My kid y'all know how it is. So anyway, we're going to start off a little bit slow tonight because that's how you need to start off when going in to understanding how retrograde works. Now, a lot of your friends will be like, "Oh, you can't blame the world on your problems," but they can blame it on everything else. So I don't really understand that train of thought. Um, we have to understand our frequencies, right? We talk a lot about frequencies on this channel. Um, Understanding what works for us and what doesn't work for us, right? Um, we have to understand how to harvest our crop at the right time in the right place, right? First off, today is September 11th, 9/11. Um, it's a day that the world lost many, many people. So we first want to do a moment of silence, followed by all right. So tonight is for all the families and friends of those who have lost anybody from any kind of tragedy. And everybody has had some kind of tragedy happen in their life. It could even be your pet, some kind of tragedy that happened, right? Tonight, I'm not equivocating losing a pet with 9/11. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is, we want to tonight. It's for everyone who's ever experienced loss, especially in a tragic way. All right, we have some great cards to work with tonight. We're also going to pull some runes. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Um, but I finally got our little things back, so all right, we got 4 people watching. So with Mercury in retrograde, we first got to start off with is understanding relationships, and we're going to have a lot of different things going on with relationships in retrograde. Um, I'll be the first to tell you, I am not an astrologist. Okay, I would never claim to be an astrologist. That is like a science. It's not a science; it is science. But Chani Nichols, if you do not have her app, I highly recommend it. It's CHANINICHOLAS.com. I love the app. I think it's great. So I'm going to use some of the things that she talks about here um, when we talk about Mercury in retrograde. Okay, this deck right here is relationships from oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's a great little deck. Sacred Geometry by Lon. Can y'all see this? Okay, good. Oh, that's a bright light. All right. But it's a great little deck. So we're going to start off there. All right. So, as always, no one's talking yet. Why is no one talking? I feel loved from above. All right. We got 3 people watching. That's good enough for me. Here we go. First card is for multi-dimensionality. Multi-dimensionality. Look at all that purple and yellow and blue. The frequency of multi-dimensionality activates our awareness of our true essence, which is eternal and multi-dimensional. Right? So What does that mean? Okay, I don't know why this is not. Okay, good. All right. So multidimensionality. So using our intuition. How many of us have been in an argument, right? And if we just said, if I just would have used my head a little bit more, just a little, maybe a lot, just a little, right? I'd probably be in a much better place, right? A much better place. Um, so we have to be multifaceted in our conversations, especially during retrograde. You got to learn how to make sure you put your ship. I'm not a sailor by any means, but make sure that the right winds can catch your sails so your vessel can move. Again, multidimensionality. So we can put this right up here. Okay. All right, multidimensionality. Oh, look at this next card. Is kindness. How do? We kill them with kindness, right? And so the first thing we want to talk about with kindness is the energy of kindness reminds us to be considerate and wise in all our interactions with others and ourselves, and to find the root of our love through our connection to source. Now, connecting to source is always hard for a lot of people because they're like, how do I do that? I'm not real religious. I'm not this. I'm not that. I don't understand. Or they really are really, really religious and they're like, well, don't I have to pray to a saint or don't I have to do this? Don't I have to do that? No. Your relationship with your creator, your relationship with source is your own. I like to imagine a big heart sometimes because sometimes it's just so you get biblical, you get all the Bible in your head, you get all this whatever you use for your faith, right? Or you're worshiping can sometimes get too much and you get all caught up and you're like, I don't understand. I'm confused. I, I need help. I don't know why. Usually there are people talking. Yes, Honor. I can see comments here. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. So kindness and multidimensionality. So what does that tell us? What does that tell us? Okay, hold on. All right. That tells us that if we're kind and we have multiple facets, think what we can do. Then we can get some joy. And the joy, that's something that really needs to help us activate um, a better understanding, a better existence, a better toleration. Because this retrograde, let me tell you, it's powerful. It's so powerful. And you know how you can tell a powerful retrograde, in my opinion, in a Suchi Bootsie's opinion, or Seth David's opinion, is if a manifestation, if that Lionsgate was really, really strong, which it was very, very powerful, then the retrograde is going to be even 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 40 times, 50 times. The universe must balance itself out. Balance, balance, balance. It has to happen. All right. So the energy of joy activates our feelings of happiness and well being and supports a high vibrational frequency in our being. So we want to create something. We want to start creating. We want to focus here. So you can look at this card and just think of that just says like, hey, I'm happy. This is full of joy. Yay. Okay. So we're gonna put that right under multidimensionality. So when you have multidimensionality and kindness, that joy just comes right in. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Oh, what's this card? Awareness. Look at that. Boom. Awareness. That's a beautiful card as well. Look at that. So many cool colors and stuff. The energy of awareness supports our capacity to focus our attention on all aspects of a multidimensional world. You can't make this up. Multidimensional, multidimensional. That's amazing. I love it so much. So that we create a reality that we truly choose. We want to be in the number, right? We always want to be in the number. We want to be with the people. We want to work together. We want to be a part of something. We want to be a part of the joy and the kind. We don't want to be part of the mucky muck, right? Right? A lot of times we can get in the mucky muck though. You know what we do? This is what we do. We take a little time. We go. The mic over here, so y'all can hear it. So I've got two people loving the video. We've had 7, 8 people come on. That's fine. We have to have awareness. That's what we have to have, awareness. And so 3 times a lady. We got 3 circles here. We've got what I call a Shoku Ray symbol, kind of, but the spiral beginning. So that's an energy. So we have to be aware of our energy. One of the most important things with understanding retrograde is being aware of your energy. Okay? I've told people all the time, like, when I was younger, I never thought I was intense. I just thought it was me, right? I just thought, hey, I'm me. And then when people point it out to you in the proper way, you're like, oh, well, that's good to know. So awareness. All right. So put that up here. All right. Now, with awareness, and this is really great because, like I said, not an astrologist, right? But balance. And apparently Mercury in retrograde starts off in Libra. And what is Libra but balance? The balancing scale. So that's pretty cool. We got 4 directions here. So what that tells me, we have 4 options, right? We have 4 options. And the 4 options are take the higher road, do nothing, right? Confront, right? Or think about it a lot harder and then go back to the last 3, right? Take the higher road, confront, I promise I'm educated. Take the higher road, confront, do nothing, right? Think about it, come back, right? I think I said that right. It's off the cuff here, y'all. It's off the cuff. So anyway, so we got a lot of heart in this. So with balance, you got to have a good heart. Like I said, I just got my Apple Watch, so I'm gonna start doing DDP yoga tomorrow, so I'm really excited about. So I had to have a heart monitor, right? And so got my Apple Watch on, right? And I spent hours today thinking, because I'm trying to get my resting heart rate, and I didn't realize I had to put it on for a while for it to actually get my resting heart rate. Okay, so what does that tell you? What does that tell you? We are going to really dig in deep, like a tick. Mercury retrograde this time is going to be like a tick that you like it's stuck in you, and you're going to be pulling. You're going to be doing things you never thought you would do, talking about stuff you never thought you would do, confronting things you never thought you would do. Mercury is what? Mercury is the frequency of Hermes. Hermes is what? The messenger to the gods, bringing messages from Olympus to up. Now, what happens when you get a message? Good or bad, right? Or indifferent, or bills, right? We all get these different things, right? So when we get a message, what do we have to do? We got to be balanced about it. We got to be balanced about it. We got to pick our 4 directions, right? And you can pick whatever 4, like do nothing, right? Confront the situation, use discernment, like, yeah. I got to start taking notes. What I'm saying. I apologize. I'm not perfect. A lot of things with this retrograde, we're also going to have a lot of things about commitment. Commitment is really going to be getting us. Now, do not think for 1 second we're talking about, oh, my wife or my husband cheating on me, or they're falling out of love with me. That's hello, John Stewart. How are you? Welcome to the show. My name is Seth David Suits Healy. Pleasure to meet you. Let's pull you a card for a newbie. We've got a newbie. So newbie gets a card from the Feathered Omen deck. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Raven, things are shape-shifting. Things are shape-shifting. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. I almost fell. Okay. All right, so let's put this up here. Awareness. So we need to be, as awareness, we need to be aware of the shape-shifting. Oh, y'all, look at that card. Life, death, and rebirth. The Vulture. Okay, all right. So that's the balance, right? That's the balance of it, right? Okay. Thank you so much for that energy, Joanna. I appreciate it very, very much. All right. So back to commitment. So we're going back to commitment here. We got the red here. So what are we going to do with red? Let's feel what the red is. The red is this. Blue is this. Red is this. Blue is this. Then we got some yellow and some red. So working with your idea of commitment, you're going to have to go back to what? You have to go back to your connections. Your connections. Very, very important to go back to your connections. Again, we got this green here. We got the three things. Three what? Three times a lady. You may want to feel more like a lady this Mercury in retrograde. You may be like, I just want someone to treat me like a lady. Treat me like a lady. Or ma'am, treat me like a gentleman. Please, just treat me. Treat me. I want to feel the connection. I need to feel that connection. It's very, very important to feel. In retrograde, what do? We get those emotions on like we're going in a boxing match for Mike Tyson, first round. We're like, boom, we're out for the count. 1, 2, 3. So as we're looking here, we have the commitment. So let's go back. Multidimensional. We got to be multidimensional. We got to think things in multi aspects. We got to look at a conversation and say, hey, this conversation's not really going the way it should. Why is that? Let's look at why that might be. Okay, this is the reason why I'm acting like a or this person is acting like at Jetwood, Virginia, we have what I call the walk away. And sometimes you just need to walk away from a situation, right? You just need to walk away and come back to it. Just get a little breather. Just get a little, that connection can, once you have that established connection of love and understanding, you can go away for a second. You can just get a breath and, get on your Apple Watch or whatever, get on your thing, be like, ooh, let's take the moment of Zen. All right. Relationship first, as my family always said. Relationship first. So in Mercury in retrograde, in these storms that are coming, because y'all, they are strong. They're not playing. They are very, very strong. We've had thunderstorms. We've finally had like some action in not finally, but we've had some action in the oceans. There was a big earthquake in Papua New Guinea, I believe. So the world is getting back. Remember that balance. Hello, Lady O. How are you? Let's pull Lady O. Hadn't been in here forever, so we got to pull Lady O a card. Lady O gets a card from the birds. Okay. Okay, Lady O, here's your card. And it says free emotions and anxiety. So we're going to put that right next to commitment. Okay. So okay, yes. Honor, let me tell you about some dream storms. Let me tell you. That's a connection. So we'll put the connection right here under we need to free emotions and anxieties. So we got to make that connection. We got to get that balance, continue to get that balance, right? Okay. All right. So we got some relationship cards. Divine masculine. Divine masculine. So the frequency of divine masculine supports our active, focus, and strong side, facilitating our capacity to transform our dreams into form. Cannot make this up. Honor's talking about dream storms. What do we get? Right? So that's awesome. So let's give some blue and green for Honor. And some red. Throw some purple in. And some white for Celestial. So we get that energy in. And Honor, you may want to look at this card here. Right? Take a picture of it with your cam. Right? Maybe meditate with that. All right. Okay. So that's awesome. Thank you so much. Divine masculine. Duality. Look at that. Okay. What we got with duality? We got that yin yang. We got that. Hello, Debbie Wallace Hagen. Okay. I think she's new too. All right, Debbie. We got. Right. Ready? Here is a card. Here is a card for Debbie. Okay, Chickadee. Discover and express your truth. Discover and express your truth. Now, when we express our truth, a lot of people sometimes don't want that, right? They don't want that truth. They kind of want it, and they're like, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. So the frequency of duality supports our ability to gracefully flow with the everlasting movement among the opposites. So as we are dealing with people, lots of different people, right? We have so many different, we have work people, we have people that you're dating, you have people that you're married to, you have family, you have all these different things. If you feel your higher self saying shut, tell you to shut the right, you need to do it. Don't ask no questions, don't pass go, don't do it. If your higher self saying, you know what, you might just want to roll it back a little bit, that'd be a good idea. Um, you do not have to win this match. You're not going to beat Mike Tyson, okay? You're not going to beat Mike Tyson. All right. Okay. So we talked last time we were on. We talked about energy exchanges, right? And the reason a lot of time energy happens like that is this card right here. Curiosity of the Union. Look how amazing that is. I just pulled cards out, guys. Curiosity and Union. So curiosity tells us the frequency of curiosity supports our intrinsic inquisitive nature, which is necessary driving force behind any growth and evolution. So we got to have that green. We got to work with the heart, right? Oh, you're so welcome, Debbie. Hello, Annette. Um, so we got to have that curiosity, right? Sometimes you may want a union. Somebody you may want a union. Somebody might want a union, and some people don't want a union. You got to respect that. Some people are like, why won't you just be my friend? Why won't you just be my lover? Why won't you just be? And sometimes they don't have answers. And so union says the energy of union activates our ability to unite our outer and inner aspects toward a state of wholeness. Hello, Ben Tripp. All right, we got to pull Ben Tripp to do a card. Okay. Okay, Ben Tripp. New cycles of opportunities. New cycles of opportunities. The dove. Awesome. Okay. All right. So curiosity and union. So the first part of this episode was about the retrogrades, right? Now, and what's going on and what we're going to be dealing with. All right. So I think that's enough cards for the first episode, for the first part. So let's go over them, and we're gonna. I have a new deck. I'm really excited about. Um, the Mythic Oracle. I've been waiting to open this deck for a long time now, and I have not yet been able to open it. But now, today is the day we're going to open this deck. All right? All right. Here we go. Okay. All right. All righty. We got 8 people as I open the Mythic deck. Isn't that great? Isn't that awesome? Infinity. Heck yeah. All right. Here we go. Remember, I have no idea what this said. This could be Suitsy Bootsy is the greatest person in the world. It could be Suitsy Bootsy is not. I have no idea. There's no telling. All right. So here we go. Now, these are frequencies. With mythology, they're ancient frequencies, and they've been around forever. So I'm working on getting some Mayan stuff as well. I'm working on getting some other things, not just Greek. I'm trying to get some other stuff here, so it's just not one thing like animals, stones, other things like that. But here we go. So our first card for tonight is for the person who commented first, and this is Joanne. I don't know if she's still watching, but Joanne's going to help us with hope. Okay, so Pandora. What was Pandora? Whatever. Open the box, right? Open the box. What happens? Everything flies out. All the chaos, all the chaotic energies, miseries, all that stuff, right? and what's left but hope at the bottom. Pandora's box. They always say, don't open Pandora's box. So if a conversation that you may be having, right, or an event that you may be having, and you feel like this may be a Pandora's box situation somehow, some way, you may just want to be like, unless there's a snowball's chance in hell, right? Like a real, like a snowball actually surviving the infernos. Don't walk away. Walk away. We'll pull a relationship card with that. Integrity. So what that tells me is someone here is going to start having some issues with feeling hopeless, right? Their curiosity is going to get the best of them. That's what's going to happen. Their curiosity is going to get the best of them. And when that happens, what happens? What happens? Curiosity. Sometimes it kills the cat. Sometimes we win big. Balance. It's all about balance. Remember, make sure you go to ChanningNichols.com. Get that app for your phone. Let's see. So Mercury retrograde through Libra from September 9th to the 23rd. We'll have a lot of good problems to focus on. Mistakes will be abundant, but so will goodwill. That's what Channing Nichols says. This means that from September 23rd to October 2nd, you're going to get clarity, reality, and a way forward will be incredibly hard to come by. Again, not me speaking, y'all. This is Channing Nichols from ChanningNichols.com. I'm not an astrologist by any means. I've said that multiple times. All right. And I apologize for keep on doing that. My son has a cold. My wife had a cold, and I tried not to get sick. I tried really hard, but they gave it to me. Y'all know how that is, right? All right. Let's see. Who wants a card? Tell me who wants a card. Who needs a card? Tell me. Who wants a card? Who wants a card? All right. Pull one more card. All right. Here we go. Let's say this is Annette's card. Annette, Celine, intuition. So as we start working with our awareness, right? What do we need? We need the intuition. That's what we're going to do. Start using your intuition correctly. A lot of people use it wrongly. I don't even know if that's a word. But let's see what it says. Expression. Okay. So what we're going to do with expression, how do we work with expression? Expression tells us the frequency of expression supports our ability to bring out our true essence through many different forms of communication. So use your intuition on how to best approach something, right? How best to approach. We got this big red circle, right? So what's that telling us? It's our first chakra. We got to ground ourselves. We got to connect back with Mother Nature. It's what we got to do. It's very, very important. You've got this also explosion of energy right here. You've seen it again, explosion of energy here, right? But it has boundaries. And what that tells me, I'm just going to put it somewhere. We'll see how the universe takes it. Next thing we have with these extreme boundaries that we set ourselves up, because you have to, very, very important. Like I said last week, I can go on. Oh, somebody doesn't want to do this. Somebody want to do that. Right. But you have to learn when to stop so that you can be ready. So you can work in the morning, so you can not be drained for your Wednesday show or your late Tuesday night show, which I now do. Forgiveness. How do we forgive? This is something probably with this retrograde that's going to be a little bit of something. Working with that celestial energy, working with the angelic energy, saying, okay, Lord or source or however you get to that place. I really need to understand forgiveness. I cannot communicate properly because I'm holding this resentment. I'm holding this anger. I'm holding this weight. I have this Pandora's box, and I put it with all this stuff. It's just so crowded. I don't even hope survives anymore. We've all been there. We've all felt it. We have to learn how to let it go. So my Tuesday evening show is after Greg's, and then uh, my Wednesday show is I'll look it up. I don't know what my Wednesday show is. I think it's at 6:30. I'll get it. I haven't done it yet. That's why. So forgiveness. So let's get there, and when we get to forgiveness, that will allow us to understand Pandora's dilemma. All right, it's very important. All right, who wants a card? Y'all gotta talk to me. This is very important. If y'all don't talk to me, then we don't get any cards, and I just gotta be quiet. It just won't work. I love this deck. It's so beautiful. Okay. All right. Anybody gonna say anything? We got. I love. All right. Mort Ali says, "I want a card." All right, Mort. Welcome to the show. Thank you, Lady O. All right. Hermia, rebirth. Rebirth. Look at that. And what is Hermia? Hermes. What is Hermes? Mercury. Come on, come on, come on. So rebirth. So as you are expressing yourself, Mort, you may want to understand that your rebirth is coming at a time that's going to allow you this freedom. Wait, is that? Y'all, I can't make this up. There's 2 freedom cards. Look at this. I don't understand. Why is there 2 freedom cards? An energy of limitless possible. 221 cards. That's crazy. So freedom. Freedom from 2 different things, maybe more. Maybe that's what that is. We'll put this up here. We'll put it, I don't know, we'll put it right back there. Okay. All right. Lady O, your card is Uranus, the father. So we got a lot of masculine energy here. Now I was reading earlier about Jupiter again, not an astrologist, right? But let's see what it says. Mars always let's see. I saw where it said something in. Okay, so Uranus, which is the father, right? I don't know why. I feel like this has like a Zeus energy. When I see this, I see Zeus. I don't know why, but I'll let y'all be the judges of that. It says Uranus, but like I see lightning and stuff. So the father and Zeus or Jupiter, right? Isn't that right? Am I right? Let's just go to the book. Uranus is the primordial embodiment of the sky. He is the father of the Titans and the partner of Gaia, the earth. He resented his children and locked the youngest ones away in the center of the earth. This upset Gaia so much that she convinced her son, Kronos, to overthrow his father, allowing Titans to rule. Uranus, the father, holds and represents worldly power as the external world. Its structures and powers is the realm of the father. As children, we are born into the realm of the mother. She cares for us as we explore the realms of self, imagination, and feelings. But as we grow up, we must stand and take our place within the world. The reality standing in the world can come as a painful shock. We often feel anger, sadness, and frustration as we are torn out of our realm of the mother and forced to take responsibility for ourselves in the realm of the father. It's like that when, like, they say, well, you want to buy it? We're no longer going to buy it for you. You have to buy it yourself. We may find things cold, terrifying, overwhelming. as this retrograde comes in, a lot of people are going to feel, I really believe, this cold, terrifying, impulsive, like it's really just like really um it's going to really get some people down. Um but we have to learn how to rise up. We have to rise up, and as we rise up, right, and we come to the real reality of the situation, we won't be confused that Uranus. I know who Uranus is. I know who he is. I'm still gonna put him back here. All right. Um. Okay. So, but once we reconcile ourselves with the world and take ownership of our lives, possibility becomes available to us. Like I said, we had this big manifestation with Lionsgate, right? Huge manifestation. Lots of things came through. We're like, oh my goodness. Like, I told y'all, me and Virginia we always do a Lionsgate thing, and we wrote some stuff down, and the next day it happened. Now I'm not gonna say it happens all the time, right? But it was a very strong Lionsgate. All right. Um, okay. Tell me who wants another car. This is really good. So I'm almost finished reading this. All right. But once we reconcile ourselves with the world and take ownership for our lives, possibility becomes available to us. Only when we take responsibility for our lives and truly realize the power that exists with us do we have the power to create the exact lives we desire for ourselves. So a lot of times these conversations that we're having, it's not the right time. There's a time and there's a place for everything. So time says the energy of time supports our understanding of the relative relativity of time and our capacity to be present in the moment. These conversations that we're having, right? These conversations that we're having, a lot of times we have those conversations in our head. We've said it 1,000 times. We're like, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to bring it out. Right? We're going to bring it. But what we have to do, we got to have some grace. We got to have some grace. It's very, very important. Um, because as much as you think that your conversation is original, right? You're like, I, I'm in the moment. I spent time. Right? And I really got this in my head. I was doing my thing and blah blah blah. Right? Trust me, the world's been going on a long time, like a really long time, and your conversation is not original. It's happened before. Um, Now, how you react to it has never happened before. How you react. Everybody's different. Every action's different. But every action what has a reaction. So I tell people when they think they're having these conversations, they're like, I finally got the conversation. I know what I'm going to say. I'm going to open up my box of Pandora. I'm going to pull out hope and put it in my back pocket. But I'm going to let all this other stuff fly because it needs to go. It needs to be out there. You need to look. We need everybody to see and hear and everything. And sometimes that just you don't. You don't. Some like an old writing exercise I used to do was I would write a monologue, right? Write a monologue about what I want to say, and then I would say, okay, if a character said this, I put a character's name down. How would I articulate it for the modern man or modern woman, the everyday person? Because a lot of times you put all this weight in words, right? There's a lot of weight in words. A lot of people don't realize there's these emotional things. I mean, what my sister got me onto this this marriage podcast. And I was like, I'm whatever. Called the Extraordinary. I think she's called Extraordinary Marriage, and it's really good. If you haven't listened to it, it really makes you feel like you know there are no original ideas. Um, it's very interesting, but you have these different things that we have to have. So with grace in our conversation, we need to have grace with people. The moon is in conjunction with Jupiter. Okay, I knew Jupiter was somewhere in there, and Jupiter's Zeus, right? In Jupiter Zeus? Jupiter is Zeus, right?
I found this on the web.
Yes. Okay, good. Apple Watch saved me again. I know my Greek mythology. Okay, only when we take responsibility for our lives until we realize the power that exists within us, so we have the power to create the exact lives we desire for ourselves. This is the time for stepping into and owning your power in the world. What kind of life do you want for yourself? So, what kind of life do you want for yourself? When you're having these conversations, when you're having these events, right? During Mercury retrograde, right? What people say, don't use technology. Something's gonna break. Don't use it. Don't you know? Don't do this. Don't do that. Um, just take your time. That's why I'm starting yoga tomorrow. My DDP Yoga. Got the app. Love DDP Yoga. If you haven't tried it, y'all make sure you do it. It's really, really good. You can get it on Apple TV. It's really good stuff. Uh, the wrestlers use it. I'm telling you, my kid getting me sick is not fun. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, I'm back. Okay. Alrighty. This time, for stepping into your power. Okay. Decide to take ownership of your life today. So that's the message with Uranus. Okay. The only limitations you have are within your own mind, right? Decide now how to release those limitations. Take a risk, stand in your power. Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. Remember, all these conversations they've happened before somehow, some way. Maybe not exactly like you have them, but hey, maybe. Okay. Man, we got a lot of cards here. Okay. All right. Look at this card. Look what just came up. Look what just came up. Transformation happens through what? By being transparent. That's very, very important here. You've got to be transparent so transformation can occur. If you think you can hide stuff from people, right? You can hide it for a little bit. But eventually you are going to tell somebody the stupid stuff. You are going to do something that ignites this fire, right? So let's pull another card to go with transparency and transformation. The Moray. I don't know who this is. Who? Destiny. Okay. Let's read about Destiny. Y'all want to read about some Destiny? I didn't know who this is. The Moray. Okay. Cool. I'm learning something new every day. Like John Healy should say, if you're not learning something new every day, that's an issue. All right, let's see what we got. Number 35. All right. All righty. The Morays are beings, also known as the Fates. Well, I know who the Fates are. Clotho, the youngest, spins the thread of life, deciding which each being is to be born. So, again, someone may be thinking about going into a rebirth process, a recycling process. Lacaze, the middle sister, measures the thread of life. Okay. Deciding how long each person or being will live. Atropos, the oldest, cuts the thread of life, deciding how each life ends. The three sister crones spin and weave our destinies. If you have not seen the three crones, a great expression of the three crones is on Sandman. It's really great if you haven't watched Sandman. If you have pulled this card, this is an incredibly magical time for you. Destiny's calling. You maybe feel prompted to make a leap of faith. Unexpected events may occur. Inspiration might strike, or you might be about to bring a project to completion. Okay. You may even find new romance, receive news about college, become involved in a new activity, or graduation will occur. So during retrograde, this happens a lot. I think this happened to me. I can name 2 or 3 times this happened to me. The main one though is I had a job and I didn't have a job. Right? And when that happened, my life went and I felt sorry for myself, and I was upset, and I was angry, and I was mad, and I was at the world, and we've all been there, right? I think I'm not the only one. I know I just don't have that real estate all to myself, right? But I had to let everything go because destiny, fate, the world was showing me cards and saying, "Hey, just wait a little bit. Just wait a little bit. This has to happen for a reason." Once you see the transparency of a situation, once you see that, you see through it, right? a lot of people talk about the veil, right? The veil is really thin because it's getting close to October 31st, getting close to All Souls Day, right? That veil is getting thinner and thinner. So what's happening? Transparency is happening. And so as transparency, what's going on with this transparency is that you are transforming. Now, what is it? I liken this to the Hulk, right? Not She-Hulk, because She-Hulk's not painful. But when Bruce Banner transforms, it's not comfortable, right? Right? When a Super Saiyan, whenever, when Goku turns into Super Saiyan, like, it's not comfortable. Your body stretches. I was watching The Imperfects on Netflix. Also a great show about this, showing that two parts of you and having to change, and it's a really good interpretation of it. So we have to learn to be more transparent with ourselves so we can get the truth that we need. It's very, very important. Okay, let me finish up here. Okay, destiny usually brings with it unexpected life-changing events, so you don't say, in which you will find incredible opportunity. These events can come in the guise of something difficult or painful, but don't be fooled. I've been fooled plenty of times. This is a magical time, a culmination of your life so far. It's important to move with the flow. Let your instincts guide you to where you need to be. If you experience painful events, remember to allow yourself a period of grieving. It's okay to be sad, just not sad forever. But it's okay to be sad for a little bit, as nothing will feel clear unless you do this. You've got to be transparent with yourself. Are they in a better place? Yes. Are they in pain? No. Are you selfish? Probably am. Being probably like, that these different feelings that we get. So again, you can go through a retrograde storm with yourself, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't have to necessarily be with another person. It can be with a place. It could be a place of employment. These storms are intense, and a lot of times they happen within you. And the reason why they come out, what happens when lightning strikes, usually a fire somehow starts. And so that's what happens. Lightning finally hits. Boom! I swear, if I pull Zeus out of here in this card in the next couple minutes, I'm gonna be very. I'm throwing the cards, just throwing them. Oh my God! Divine expansion. Okay. All right. So the Zeus comes in, shoots out electricity, causes bolts of lightning, causes the fires to erupt, causes you to get that Aries energy in there, like, right? Trying to ignite, find that illumination of some sorts, right? It happens. All right. So during the life changing, life often goes through major shifts that are beyond comprehension and control, but it's still your life, and you control your reactions. Hey, Joshua, let's pull your card in a second. All right. Only your willingness to be responsible for yourself will determine how wonderful these changes can be. So we have the transparency and transformation. Okay. All right. That's a lot. We got a lot to finish this up, and we got to pull Zeus. Everybody knows who Zeus is, but I'm just gonna see what the deck says on him as I turn. Are you kidding me? Almost to his page. Okay. Zeus is the king of the gods, lowercase g, and the lord of humankind. He is the ruler of the skies and father of the world. His symbols are lightning bolt, eagle, bull, and oak. He is the last-born son of Titans Kronos and Rhea. When the mortal Semele demanded that he show her his true nature, Zeus revealed himself as a pure, intense, blinding lightning, so powerful that it consumed her. As the spirit of the divine spark of life, Jesus fathered many heroes and gods. So the message here, this may answer your question, Joshua. Zeus represents a divine spark of life. He holds a limitless space of the heavens within his realm. It's a time of great expansion for you. A new spark of divinity has been planted in your life. As the seed grows, so too does your conscious undergo a deep transformation and expansion. This may be a good time for you to write or record ideas. The lightning bolt represents an awakening realization and personal epiphanies, and these can be both joyous, terrifying, as a shift of the consciousness always requires you to let go of an old way of thinking. Okay. Although your old patterns are now outdated and restrictive, and I think a lot of us do that. I know I do. Like, oh, don't you just need to update? How many of y'all don't update your TVs? Because you're afraid that if you update it, something's going to go wrong. I'm in that, and I work customer service, ladies and gentlemen. I know. I know y'all lying. Um, although your old patterns are now outdated and restrictive, they also become comfortable, and it takes courage to let them go and allow yourself to expand. Lightning touched you and awakened you to your full potential. So just because in this retrograde of a storm, lightning touched you, does not mean it is right now the time for you to make that change. It means you have been aware. Going back to awareness, right? Connection, right? Learning to forgive yourself so that you can move on. Because this is what forgiveness is, the transparency. So forgiveness is the rag, right? And you gotta you gotta clean up all that dusty, mucky stuff off of the window so light can shine in on this beautiful mural that you have, this beautiful Renaissance glass mosaic, right? That you like seeing a cathedral. That's you. You're a beautiful object. And so just because lightning strikes outside and say hits the church steeple, right, and conducts it, does not mean that you have to do it right now, right? Does not mean you have to do it right now. Melanie Stewart, one of the owners of Soul Synergy Rocks and Stones, an amazing woman. Make sure you are supporting local business. Make sure you're going to Soul Synergy Rocks and Rocks. I think Stones. I apologize. I don't know their name, Melanie. Soul Synergy Rocks. They are. They're going to take care of you. They're good people. Let's pull Melanie a card. Melanie, we have Perseus. Perseus, courage. All righty. So with Perseus, what do we know about Perseus besides being the lead and hold on. What's my card number? 42. All right, 42. Courage. Perseus was the son of Danae and Zeus. King, that's crazy. We're talking about Zeus. What happened? Perseus comes in. Hello, Bridget O'Connelly. How are you? King Pallas fell in love with Danae and wanted to remove her protective son in order to pursue her. Polydius held a banquet and demanded that Perseus bring him the head of Medusa. Medusa is what? The person who, when you look into, you become stone. Again, this has a lot of relation to what's going on with the retrograde. We are all, sometimes we're just like, I'm stoned, and not like, I'm stoned. I can't move. So Medusa was a gorgon, a female creature with the sharp fangs and the hair of snakes. Anyone who looked upon her face turned to stone. We just said that. Only by using his shield as a mirror could Perseus get close enough to Medusa to cut off her head. Now, we just talked about a shield, right? We just talked about a mirror, kind of like a mirror, right? Cleaning out that stuff. And how we do that? Why are my lights going weird? That's weird. All right. So we talked about it, and forgiveness is the big rag that, right, helps us get through our shield, so we can clean our shield up, so we can polish it up, so when Medusa comes, we can put our shield up and pew, pew, pew. It's not going to hit us, right? I'm not going to look directly into Medusa's eyes. I can see it, but I'm shielded. Get some hematite. You can get some hematite at Soul Synergy. Very good. I call it my shielding. I call it my shield. Right? Okay. Only by using his shield as a mirror could Perseus get close enough to Medusa to cut off her head. From her neck sprang forth the great mythical horse with wings, Pegasus, who we all love, right? Pegasus and the giant hero Chrysaor, wielder of the golden sword. I didn't know that. Medusa represents the deepest fears that hide in the caves inside us. And that's a lot of stuff that's going on right now. We're all so scared. Mercury retrograde, we start getting a little scared about things. It could be money. This is a big one. Money can get really like, oh yeah, so scared, I don't know. Or changing things Now, I would not recommend to say, hey, I'm going to go change something during retrograde. That's not necessarily the greatest thing in the world. Remember, just because lightning strikes outside and illuminates this beautiful thing that is you, right? This beautiful glass mirror that is you does not mean, or hit your church steeple, does not mean that you have to act right then and now. It could just be a wake up call saying, hey, after retrograde, this is something you need to engage. All right? It's something you need to engage. You need to do a little bit of discernment. A lot of times, retrograde is a time for you to revamp. You are rebuilding. Right now, I'm in the process of getting all my comic books together, right? Getting all my Oracle decks. I started working. I used to be the guy who'd be like, I can do it in a day. And I realized I'm 40. I'm like, I can't do it in a day. I have a car that I have to clean out, right? So I made doing a retrograde exercise of cleaning out the car, right? Not turn the car on yet, right? Because it hadn't worked for a little bit, but clean the car out so that I could take it to get it fixed, right? That may be a thing. Okay. Medusa represents the deepest fears that hide in the caves inside us, the inner monsters that hold the power to turn us to stone. How many times y'all been in a conversation, a person just turns you to stone? You're just like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Why are you so smart? We've all been that with our spouse. What? And then you just start saying, you start talking like Donald Duck. All right. The head of Medusa represents a mask that, once cut off, allows her to take a new form of Pegasus. Now that's amazing. I wish I would have had that in school. That would have been a great art project. Can you imagine? I didn't know if you cut off Medusa's head, that Pegasus flew out. So after you cut off something, right, this beautiful thing emerges, Pegasus, a beautiful flying horse, right, who became the horse of the Muses. I didn't know that either. Learn something every day. It is said that wherever Pegasus strikes his hoof to the earth, a spring of inspiration flows up. So look at what that means. Things are growing. Things are growing. Things are growing. And on that beautiful note, let me see. I know we've used this once, but I think we should use this again. The soul flower. Let's just see what they say, right? Perseus is here to remind you of the power that springs forth when you tear off the masks that hide your deepest fears, right? Those fears cease to be monsters and become magical creatures of inspiration. Wow, this is a great author. This is by Carissa Melado. Artwork is by Michelle Lee Felian. This is the Mythical Oracle. You can get it on Amazon.com. You can probably get it at Soul Synergy. You can ask Melanie's, and you say, "Hey, I want this Oracle deck. Can you get it for me?" It's made by its publisher is, I mean, I don't know. Publisher is Beyond Words, Simon Pultz. So look it up. All right. Okay. All right. The only way to defeat your interference is to use a mirror. So what we're doing with this beautiful reflective rag that we have, the forgiveness, right? We're shining up, we're polishing our mirror so that when we go up to battle, right? When we've done that discernment, hey y'all, we're at infinity, we're at 8 again. Great, I love it. Thank y'all so much. Like and share this video for me. What's gonna happen? We're gonna be able to see. We're gonna be able to see it, and then we can slice it and slice it correctly. And when we slice it correctly, we get a Pegasus. We get a Pegasus. What a beautiful imprint. Like, if you ever need to meditate, like I told you, I don't meditate. I use pyrite. I ain't not gonna lie, right? I use pyrite. I got this at Soul Synergy as well. But look, I just stare at it. It's beautiful. And then when you really need some work, you see what you do right there? Beautiful stone. Beautiful stone. All right. Anyway, face your fears, and they will spring forth a new life from within you. Okay. Fear does not magically vanish because the mind tells it to. No, it doesn't. But feelings will follow action. Remember, when Zeus's lightning hits your steeple, right? And illuminates the background, right, of your beautiful paint, your beautiful, I can't think of what it's called. Virginia! Dadgummit. Glass mural. I can't think what it's called. What's it called? What? Hey, boss lady. All right. Fear does not magically vanish because the mind tells it to. Feelings will follow action. It may be necessary to understand where your fear is coming from and why it is not productive to hold on to it. So as you are holding on to fear, right? What do we want to hold on instead of? What do we want to hold on instead of? Stained glass rose window. Thank you, Anita Allen. So as the lightning hits, and we've all seen the movies where lightning goes, and that little bit of illumination, that bright, right, pulls in, or just like imagine a car pulling in and shining bright lights into the stained glass window. Thank you, Benjamin Glass. Yes, stained glass window, rose window. Yes. Just because you see that, you see it, right? Like I said, you don't have to take that action right in and out. Retrograde is not the time to be like, hey, let's go do something nice and exciting. Hope Disney doesn't like mark me for that because I did a voice. That's a possibility. It's a possibility. Ultimately, we all have to face our fears, feel frightened, and move forward. Only then can we truly allow new feelings and outcomes into our lives. All right. Take action now regarding your fears, and life will open up to you. All right. So, next week, we're going to go back to these cards, and then we're going to bring in. I'm really excited about this. I'm very excited about this. I can't tell you how excited about this I am because I don't know a lot about Norse, right? I don't know a lot about, and so I'm reading every day, but we're going to be playing with these cards next on our next episode. And that's going to be on Wednesday over on Rising Phoenix Entertainment. Boss lady, what time do I play on Wednesday nights? I can't remember. She's still there. But anyway, so that's going to be great. All right. We talked about growing beautiful things with cutting off heads and stuff, which I think shows you how beautiful mythology can be. So when we have that Zeus energy, that divine expansion, right? We had that Perseus energy as well. We got all these cards, and what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start putting them up, and I'm gonna pull cards that go with those. Okay, so that's gonna be exciting. All right. Okay, here we go. All right. All righty. We always want to end on something beautiful, right? That's, I tell people who are mediums and intuitives or who are thinking about being medium, always end the conversation on something beautiful. Always. Always, always, always. And it could be, oh, that's a beautiful outfit you're wearing, if it's appropriate at the time. Or, oh, I really enjoyed this conversation. Really, right? All right, here we go. So our first card that we're going to connect with. I'm just going to, y'all see I can't see anything, right? Okay. All right. We got 3. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Expression, commitment, and transparency. This is what's going to be dealing with a lot of people's issues. All right. A lot of people's issues are going to be dealing with expression, commitment, and transparency. This is relationship. This is the job. Right. If y'all have not watched Salvage Marines over on Crackle or Popcorn Flicks, please go do that. Please go support my friends. I'm in the movie. Casper Van Dien's in it as well. A lot of my friends are in it. It's an amazing show. Please go see it. my little plug-in. I play a bartender in it. I'm in there in like first 8 to 10 minutes. So, all right, expression. Now, how many times you try to express your love to somebody and they're like, "Oh well, if you would have said that the first time, we might be in a different place, but we're not there." All right, so let's just see rebirth. All right, so Hermia is talking about rebirth. All right, so let's just go to rebirth because I don't think I read her. Four. I may have. Okay, so Hermia is the primordial embodiment of the day. So a new day is dawning. Okay, so a new day is dawning. She is a daughter of Nyx and Erebus. Nyx is night and Erebus is darkness. She is the bringer of the day. So we are bringing a new day. What does Hermes do? Brings messages. Hermeria brings new day. Okay. Hermeria's mother Nyx draws the veil of night across the earth. In the morning, Hermeria disperses the night mist and bathes the world in a heavenly light again. When we experience a life-changing transformation, you can't make this up. What did we just talk about? Oh, transparency. Well, transparency and transformation were together earlier. If this is transparency here, transformation. I'll cry. Okay, Grace. Okay, so what do we have to do? We have to have grace. And what does grace tell us? The frequency of grace supports our smooth adaptation to and anticipation of life's current and changes as we evolve toward a higher version of ourselves on this earthly plane, bringing the divine with the human essence. Okay. When we experience a life-changing transformation, we return to a world that has remained the same. Old meanings no longer hold value for us. You can have this happen a lot of time in retrogrades. The conversation you had 3 weeks ago and then you have in retrograde can be very, very different. We feel a sense of displacement. Yep, that happens. Although we can be very frustrating period when the regular world no longer makes sense, which, like I've said, retrograde, this is very common. We begin to feel new meanings in life. So we'll see things in retrograde, and that's when we want to react. It's when we'll see, like, the lightning hits a glass window, stained glass window, and you're like, oh, so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. And you want more lightning and more rain. And sometimes you just need to have that lightning. You just need that divine expression, is this right? Divine expansion, excuse me. Divine expansion. You don't need to force divinity. You don't need to force fate. You don't need to do that. It's not a good idea. Let me see. Be very frustrating period when the regular world no longer makes sense. Eventually, we begin to feel new meaning in life, see the sense in things with new eyes, and make the appropriate changes to reflect our new lives at the right time. Right time and the right place. This is a transformation taking place for you now. You're coming out of darkness, a life-changing period, and bringing wisdom from that period to your new life. And we think we're wise during retrograde, and we're not. We're dumb. A lot of times we're dumb. We don't need to think we're like Jeopardy smart. We're not. Just like, this is a job, as they say in South Marines. Hello, Deanna. How are you? We'll pull your card from here in a second. A new you has been born, and you must now give yourself new self. A new you has been born, and you must now give your new self the love and nurturing it needs to grow into its full potential. This is a period of rebirth. You may have been through a journey that challenged and awakened you both physically and spiritually, mentally, all the Elise, right? You are surfacing now from the night into the day, changed, and you must reintegrate all that you have learned into yourself and your life. Okay. So what we're doing here is with that grace, we have to have that expression. So we have to express ourselves with transparency. We have to say, okay, all right, Josh, well, catch the replay. Commitment. We have to be committed to ourselves. Okay. All right. I'm running on time here, guys. Here we go. What's this card? Okay. Vulture, life, death, and rebirth. Can you make, I can't, we just talked about rebirth. What happens? Rebirth shows up. So a lot of things are going to be happening here. A lot of things will be happening with the rebirth, the recycling of, where are those cards? Oh, they're right here. A lot of things will be happening with that recycle and rebirth. Okay? So be prepared for it. Be prepared for it. Don't be like, oh no. Look, y'all, 2 cards just fell out. Let's see what they are. Pursue what you need. Right? Pursue what you need. And a new spring is upon you. Isn't that cool? So that's great. That's awesome. I'm loving to hear that. Okay. Y'all's energy has been fantastic tonight. It's been fantastic. But like I said, we want to do a little bit of the Zeus energy here. I mean, the Medusa, Perseus. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our kyanite blade and we're going to cut Medusa's head off, right? We're going to cut Medusa's head off. We're going to get our hematite shield, a reflective shield, with our blade, and we're going to whoosh, and something beautiful is going to appear. All right. So let's see what beautiful things are going to appear to wrap this up for tonight. Okay. Periwinkle, intertwining. Look how beautiful that is. Periwinkle, intertwining. All is well as it should be. Periwinkle's here helping you to weave together all the lessons and experiences of the past and all the wisdom gained so that you can move forward with understanding and compassionate and forgiveness. Going back to forgiveness, right? We have to, well, Perseus is hiding it, but yes. Forgiveness and integrity. As long as you have integrity, the forgiveness will be understood. Growth is assured as you find courage to examine, explore new facets of yourself. Okay. So that's really cool. That's cool. I like that. All right. The next beautiful card is Nettle, which if that says transformation, I'm going to scream. What does that say? That says transformation. Look at that. Wake up. Wake up. I can't do the song. They'll ping me. Nettle helps you transform foggy thinking so that you can respond to prickly or heated situations by speaking up for yourself in alignment with your own truth and without harboring resentment or attachments that can leave you feeling tired, congested, or irritated. Wow. 2 beautiful, beautiful cards. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. And our third card is Plumbago, understanding. Okay, so what does that say? Plumbago, I guess that's how you say it. Plumbago connects you with the depths of your psyche and assists you with understanding of your shadow side. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on in the year. It's understanding that allows you to practice self-compassion and forgiveness and releasing the feelings of shame. Forgiving yourself, going back to 1. Shame, blame, guilt, and self-judgment that may hold power over you and prevent your growth. Wow. Wow. All I can say is wow. Okay. So let's briefly go over. If we can wrap it up by 10, that's great. If we can't, love y'all. Okay. So let's just. Y'all accept the challenge that we can do this in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Okay, let's see. All right. All right. So first of all, thank you all again for y'all's energy tonight. I really appreciate it. Make sure you're liking and supporting. Make sure you're staying tuned next for Greg. He's doing Ghostbox Live. It's going to be a special episode, I think. So for your retrograde, here we go. First card is Free Emotions and Anxieties. So as we begin again, as we start over, we're freeing our emotions and our anxieties. It's very, very important. In our conversations, we have to free ourselves. Free our mind, right? Okay. Connection. Make sure that you have the right connection. If you don't have the right connection, the signal will go out and you will find yourself with a thing. So you got to have the connection, the right time, right place, and right connection with the right person, right? Okay, duality. So you may have to wear some different shoes. You may have to put yourself in their shoes. You may have to say, okay, is this like if I was thinking them, okay, right? Again, I'm not saying you can't do things during retrograde. I'm saying you have to choose what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And if you have discerned enough and you're like, okay, I can do this, I'm great. You're a better man than me. Hope. We all want to have hope. We all need hope. Find it. Find what gives you hope. My son and my wife and my other boy that's coming, Seth David Carter Healy II, give me hope. Right? They give me hope. Tuning in and seeing 8 people watching me and commenting gives me hope. Right? I'm still manifesting that I'm on TV next year, guys. So send that energy. I just feel like something tells me something's going to change. So freedom. We have to be free. We have to set ourselves free. Once we free ourselves, what happens? We can create. We can be. Right? When we just, do or do not, do or try, do or do not, do or do not, there's no try, right, Master Yoda, right? Curiosity. You can be curious during this time. You can do that. But let's not be curious to the point where you're like, I'm going to go do something stupid, right? I'm going to do something that's going to be productive. As long as you're doing something that's productive and won't hurt you or anybody else, use your words wisely. Again, I cannot recommend more. Extraordinary Marriage, great little podcast. If you have not watched it, they have all kinds of listen to it. Great stuff. Zeus, divine expansion. So again, when that lightning hits your steeple, right? When that lightning hits your steeple, that does not mean that you have to act right away. No, because that lightning has been conducted into that steeple, right? And it has illuminated your glass panes, your stained glass windows, so you can see. So you can see it. But you can also just go inside the church sometimes or inside the place and just look at the beautiful stained glass and be like, "Oh, that's amazing," right? So look at the art around you. Look at the art around you. Be kind to yourself during this time. Don't be too hard. It's really it's hard to not be hard on yourself. I definitely understand that, but you just got to learn. Remember, you can be like Perseus, and you can be smart, and you can use your hematite. And you know what Stanislavski says, Bridget? Love the art, not yourself in the art. My favorite quotes. Destiny. Ask yourself, what is my destiny? And know that you can change it. Right? You can amend your destiny. It's going to take a lot of work, but you can do it. If you think all I'm going to be is a street rat, then you're going to be a street rat. Right? But if you believe you're like Aladdin, right? And you can do these amazing things. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Or Willow, which is coming on Disney Plus. Y'all got to check it out. If you have not watched Willow, I highly recommend watching George Lucas' first movie so that when you watch the series coming out, it's going to be amazing. Time. There's a time and there's a place for everything. Very much so. Divine masculine. Okay. So, men, behave yourselves. Women, behave yourselves. As the transformation occurs, right? As we let the transformation go, it's not going to be not always be comfortable. But like I said, when you see the Hulk transform, not always comfortable, right? Growth, pains a lot of times is involved with that. Okay, so you got to be very, very careful. All right, use your intuition. Don't be a dumbass. Use your intuition, so you can be multidimensional. All right, very important. So you can bring originality to the situation, right? You can be original, but just remember that your original is for you, not them. Things are shape shifting. Really? Things are shape shifting. So let's look at why they're shape shifting. Because there's joy coming into our life. Lots of joy. Because of what? Freedom. Because the Father, the source, right? It's helping us. The universe is helping us discover and express the truth. Man, this is deep because new cycles and opportunities are coming as long as we're balanced and do so with integrity. There will be a union in the stars and on this earth. But first, we have to forgive ourselves and forgive others. And that takes awareness. Y'all have been amazing. Y'all have been great. Y'all have been beautiful creatures. Please support the channels. Please like and share this video. Tell people why you're watching. Be like, there's this crazy guy. He wears a scarf. He has all kinds of different things. Make sounds. So before I end the show tonight, where'd it go? I'm just going to end it out. We're just going to do a little bit of some meditation, I guess, if you so desire. Until 10, just going to be some sound. So here we go. Onward, upward, greatness abounds. Soak up that energy, create that art, and make that impact. We're the army of now, not the army of tomorrow. We're the army of now. So there's no armies tomorrow. So that we can run in the fields, our children can run in the fields. They can carry us as well. Be like, hey, Dad, hey, Mom, we're going to run with you. Come on, let's go. Right? We can talk about the good old days, and actually, there'll be good old days and not bad days. Right? We can say, when I was young, this happened. COVID. They're like, what? We are here to make the world a better place. As long as we leave the world better than when we found it, that's all that matters. So be the transformation so we can transform the world, the place, everything. pulling another card for y'all at the end of the night because it's almost 10 o'clock, but I feel like we need it. All right, here we go. Resonance, Pansy. Pansy says, allow Pansy to instill a sense of stability and safety in your heart to release the fear and anxiety. I wish this all to all of you. Allow the just release, let go, let God, let source. Ease into an understanding of your own heart's deepest truth. We talked about that earlier. The flower is often called the heart seeds, Pansy. So it's only with the direct connection and resonance with your heart will you know the path that leads to true joyful fulfillment. Joyful comes up again. We talked about that earlier, right? Y'all, thank y'all so much. Again, next on our Wednesday show, we're going to be using the Viking cards, right? We'll do some runes as well. So I may come on Tuesday late, maybe. I'm not sure yet. But I'm back. We're still getting the studio set up. Right now, it's still my workspace from the office as well. So lots of things are happening. Make sure you're staying tuned next to Greg, Ghostbox Live, and I'll pull y'all a frequency card here to end the night. All right. Pan says, get back to nature. Hephaestus says, get back to work. Aries says, get ready for the battle. Hestia says, get back home. All right, guys. Y'all have been amazing. Y'all have been great. Y'all have been fantabuloso. It is always a pleasure. Make sure that you are watching The Sandman. Make sure that you watch The Imperfects on Netflix. Make sure you pick up Ian Hamilton's Mythology. If you have not read that book, it's a very good book. Stay tuned for Ghostbox Live. Support your local channel. Support your local metaphysical stores. If y'all have questions, comments, concerns, email me, theeccentricmedium@gmail.com, theeccentricmedium@gmail.com. I will be starting up my deep dives again in January. That's when I'll be doing probably February because I'll have a kid. I have a kid in December. So February, I'll be doing my deep dives again. So that's gonna be fun. I haven't done them in a while. So that's gonna be fun. Benjamin says Sandman, thumbs up. I agree 100%. Remember, you're an artist. Make something beautiful. You can do it. Don't let anybody tell you can't. All right. And ignite your home with light and love and truth. All right. I wish everybody an amazing week ahead. Again, prayers to all those who have lost. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I put it in my phone. La, la, la. God, in all consolation and your unending love and mercy for us, you turn the darkness of death into the dawn of a new life. Show compassion to your people in sorrow. Be our refuge and our strength to lift us up from darkness of this grief to peace and joy. In your presence, we ask this to Christ our Lord. Amen. God, source, whatever you let. I'm a Christian. That's my prayer. It says prayer and sorrow. My friend Elaine gave this to me when my mom passed away. So I hope that helps everybody who lost somebody or people who've lost people in 9/11 or were impacted by 9/11. We all were impacted. So I hope that everyone has an amazing rest of the night. Stay tuned for Ghostbox Live. He's coming on right now.